Hello everyone, this is L2 coming at you with another video. Hope everyone has had a good week. This is Sunday, July 31st, 2016. Just wanted to touch base on a little bit of politics here. Just the firestorm that's going on when at the Democratic National Convention, the Muslim American parents, Mr. Khizr Khan and his wife, Mrs. Khan, were talking about their son who died, who was a Muslim American in the military, U.S. Captain, Army Captain Humayun Khan, I think it was, Humayun Khan, who died in battle, and they were just given a memorial on that during the Democratic Convention. And of course, Donald Trump had to make a comment on why the wife wasn't speaking, and thought that she was saying that she was forcibly silenced or she didn't say anything, when actuality, it was the fact that she was just overwhelmed and didn't want to look at the picture of her son that was behind them, because she said every time she sees a picture of him, she gets overwhelmed and just very visibly upset and everything. But, why couldn't Trump just say, hey, I'm sorry you lost your son. Thank you for him fighting for our country, and let it be at that. Not have to pick in anything. And now they got all the top level Republicans, they're wanting comments out of them and everything on that. So I think there's some things on Hillary's emails with Julian Assange that is coming to the surface, but more about that later. Okay, a little update on the China thing. Last week, or about a week and a half ago, I was getting a little concerned because I wasn't hearing anything from the school about my work visa. So I, emailed the school and said, hey, is there anything? How are things going? Have you heard any progress on my work visa? Anything I can do on this end to help, expedite things, and so a couple of days later, I get an email back from the the woman that is working on the visas, or does that part. They have to send all my paperwork to the Chinese government over in China. And she sends me an email back giving me these steps to do. And one of the steps was, she said, go ahead and make a plane reservation and make an application for a tourist visa. So okay, I said, alrighty, I'll do that, and then she goes, turn it into the Chinese embassy. Another trip to Houston. So last Wednesday, before Wednesday came, I made my plane reservations, printed out the itinerary, and go up to Houston, and the stress starts. The trip up to Houston wasn't too bad. It was in the Chinese consulate where all the stress was coming from. Right here is a little bit of my trip up to Houston. I'm driving to Houston to do all the tourist visa now that they want me to do. So, made my flight reservations, just made sure that I didn't have that done. But, yeah. Supposed to be leaving out soon. We'll see how the Houston stuff goes. And then after I finished in the Chinese consulate, I started heading back home, and would just give you a little update on that on my way back home. Plus, it's some rain spots too, so you'll see a little bit of that as well. I recorded with my phone in the car on the trip back, and just a little explanation of what went on inside the Chinese consulate. Okay, just finished coming out of the Chinese consulate. I'm back on the highway heading back to Austin. Boy, that was an ordeal. My gosh. And I'm still not knowing if, and you can't see me, I'm still not knowing if the tourist visa is going to be approved. Because the good thing I made the plane reservations. They want a plane reservation made, and also a hotel reservation, which the school didn't tell me about, or the people didn't say that in their instructions. And in the instructions, they tell me to do things, and I did it as they're telling me, and now it's kind of different from what the visa office is telling me. So I have to go back Monday to see if my visa has been approved, and then I'm guessing that's when I pay the money. It's that you know, the drive wasn't bad up here. I think the stressful part was in the visa office, with the woman speaking and everything. It was just, oh man. Yeah, so anyway, that's that experience. I'll be back up this way on Monday to get whatever results I get. All right. I had the reservation, plane reservation application, handed it to them, and there was this big back and forth on, you know, where you're going to be staying. You need to have a hotel. I'm telling them I'm staying at the school, which is the truth, you know, but I didn't tell them that I was going to have a job there, that I was going to be interviewing. That's what I told them. And, you know, they said, no, you have to have a hotel, have to have a hotel. And a guy that was there, you know, he just says, dude, just go on hotels.com and make a hotel reservation and, you know, get that done with. So I got on a line, got on my phone, went on to hotels.com, made a hotel reservation, you know, got the email sent to me, was trying to show the lady, and she goes, you must email it here, you know, to the email address. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. An email address to them. So I emailed it to their email address, and then had to wait for them to get it and for them to print it up to include it in the paperwork. And it was just so stressful. So by the time I got back up to the window with everything there was another clerk that was there. So I kind of like had to go through the whole process with her over again, you know, to get things done. But luckily she saw some of the circles and the annotations that the last clerk had made, so that made it a little bit easier. So had done that, and then, you know, they have all my application and my passport, which kind of freaked me out a little bit. But she says that's when if it's approved, that's where they stamp it for the tourist visa. So, and I said, well, how long is it gonna take? And this is Wednesday, mind you. And she has, you have to come back Monday. Monday, we'll let you know, Monday. And I said, oh no. So tomorrow I am heading back up to the Chinese consulate in Houston and see what the verdict is. If it's approved, my plane reservation is made. I'm leaving on the 11th of August. If it isn't approved, I gotta move towards Plan B. And I'll let you know a little more about Plan B once I find out for sure what everything's going on. Driving home from Houston, this is what the sky looks like. It's really raining a few miles back, but I think I'm heading into this. Yeah, it's raining, and that's what I'm heading into. I'm gonna be in a minute. As soon as the light turns green and this car moves. Here we go. Yep. Gotta put it away now. Can't see anything. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, like or subscribe. If you have any comments, make the comments down below. I try to make videos every week, so be on the lookout. This is L2 to you. I'm out.